Shirley Thomas, and this is the Kristen Zone. We have with us here today Angela. It is a pleasure to have you, and welcome.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Angela.
Yes.
Tell us about your testimony.
Wow. I don't think we have enough time. But long story short, I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up, not feeling so good about myself. I had these beautiful sisters and a beautiful mom, and what stereotype says is beautiful is the soft texture of your hair and the light color of your skin is what society says, and a thin, frame body. And I didn't really have those things. And so it was a struggle for me coming up, just trying to feel loved. Not that I wasn't being loved, but I didn't feel like I was being loved because I didn't really feel like I fit in. And so I went looking for love in a lot of the wrong places. Was involved in a lot of things, went into areas that I didn't really have to because, we were fortunate coming up. But I did take refuge in, criminal activity and dealing with drug dealers and, just being out there. And, God really kept me because there were so many situations and circumstances where I really should have, could have been dead. But I know that every last one of those situations I was involved with, even my promiscuity as a young teen, all of those things I'm able to use in my ministry. I'm able to use in my music, my songs, my conversation. So I know that I went through those things for a reason, but I'm just thankful that God chose me and that He kept me.
And still keeping you.
Yes.
The wonderful thing about our Heavenly Father, He never gives up on us.
I know. We have to do better.
What impact does your musical career have on your relationship with God?
Wow. It's kind of hard to answer because, I think that my relationship with God was just as solid before the music career. I think that it's made me more cautious. Careful because I don't want to disappoint God. I know that I have a huge responsibility. I'm really afraid of falling, or have been, but God has been faithful in keeping me, being out here, with all the different things that are going on and being in the entertainment industry. There are a lot of temptations, a lot of things that can, you can compromise who you are, in this walk. And so I'm cautious. I think that that's definitely how it affects me.
Well, which artist has inspired you thus far, and even when you first began singing?
Okay. Well, when I first began singing, the people that I listened to were Whitney Houston, Angela Bofield, Natalie Cole. We couldn't wake up Saturday morning without hearing, Joey, Joey, where are you going? That was our cleanup music. It was Natalie Cole's inseparable album. So, I never really had one artist that I really studied or focused in on. I just had a lot of different favorites, and I'm still that way. I do have a favorite gospel artist, and that's Fred Hammond.
Okay.
And everybody knows that when they hear the redhead talk about Fred, he's definitely my favorite. And I think it's because when I gave my life to the Lord, because of my background in music and, being from the R&B, because I used to sing R&B music, it was that I could really relate to Fred. His music wasn't above my head. His lyrics weren't above my head, and he still is very relatable today. The Winans they also did that for me, and a husband and wife group by the name of Nicholas did that as well.
Oh, okay. Music is so powerful, and we have an example in Scripture of how powerful music is. Before they got ready to go out to battle, the Lord sent the singers. And tell me, and I love music. All he has to do is ding on the piano, and I'm ready to praise the Lord. Tell me what music means to you.
You know what? It really means everything, and I did not realize how much it meant to me until I started singing again. I had gone through what many people go through, and that was a church hurt. I was the praise and worship leader in my church. I didn't ask to be. I was chosen. I tried to give the position up, and they wouldn't let me. But I had so many darts being thrown at me in that position that it was really hurtful, and it kind of burned me out, and I didn't want to sing anymore. I just kind of lost my passion for it, so I thought. But all of that was just the process of God dealing with me and cleaning me up, for such a time as this. And so, the Lord had been speaking to me over the years, telling me what He was going to do with me and the gift that He's given me. And when I actually listened to Him and began to step out, once I said yes, it was like I was alive never knew that I had been dead. I mean, I can't even explain the feeling, but I just never really knew how important it was to me until I had given it up and then taken it back on again.
Isn't that wonderful? When you write a song, Angelia, where did you get your inspiration?
It has to be, I know it's definitely my life and my circumstances and my situation, but it definitely is God inspiring because it takes nothing for me to write a song. If I'm not sure about any other gift that God has given me, it's the gift of songwriting or just writing period, because it comes like running water. And so that has to only be God, to just be, you know, I hear about people with writer's block and all that kind of stuff. I've not experienced that, you know, but just, you know, if someone can give me a track and I can write to it, it doesn't matter. It can be a track that's not even that good. I can still find a way to bring life to it with my lyrics, and that has to be God.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
That sounds astounding. Can you tell us, Angelia, about your style of music? Do you think it's different, or just tell us about it?
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's definitely been said that I have a new sound. I've been compared to Mary J. Blige as being the Mary J. Blige of gospel. I call my music life music, and it's just, you know, it's so many different facets of it. The lyrics are what is most rich in what I do, and a lot of people talk about that, you know, commit to her lyrics. If you listen to these lyrics, I try not to be boxed into a certain style of what I do, and anyone that submits tracks to me, I listen to it if I'm feeling it, and I write to it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to stay in one particular lane. Now, of course, that doesn't make me as popular, you know, right now, but I don't think that God wanted me to walk in that lane and just do what everybody else is doing. And when I hear the testimonies of people of what my music does for them, that is the thing that reassures me that I am walking in the lane that I'm supposed to walk in, and it's a blessing. And you can call it inspirational, you can call it gospel, you can call it Christian. You know, I really am strongly against putting the titles on the music. I think that it puts up a roadblock for people sometimes, you know, who really need to hear what it is that you have to say. And I want to just give you a quick example of that. You know, a lot of people are not feeling good about this word inspirational in the gospel industry. And when I came off the One Love cruise recently, we had like some record execs that were saying, we don't like that word inspirational, and we're afraid of it, you know. And but God, I love what he does because he reassures me constantly so that there's no doubt. Not even a week after I got off that cruise, I went to get my hair done, and there's a woman who brought my CD a week before I went on that cruise. She came to me and she said, I listened to your CD, she said, and it has been such an inspiration to me. She said, it's so inspirational that it made me check into a drug rehabilitation program.
The heavens rejoice, the whole world.
That blessed me so much so because God reassured me that that word inspirational, God is all in that.
Yes.
So for people to be afraid because you're not saying gospel, you know, if, you know, for people to be afraid and judge because gospel artists like Fred Hammond is doing a love album. What better people to talk about love than Christians? God is love, and God says you will know they are Christians by their love. So, you know, it's whatever God says.
All right. Well, can you tell us about some of the current projects and musical and non-musical assignments you have coming out?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely the Diva project is one of them, and I'm believing that this is going to go worldwide. And I'm believing that this is going to be some type of reality show or something of that nature. I feel it strongly that it's something that needs to spread across the world. We're promoting my current single, which is Who Are You? I have a music video out for it. It is the one song on my project that has touched the people the most. And so there's no ignoring it. You know, we have to be able to really push it because it's blessing all walks of life. So we're definitely traveling and promoting that. I'm also co-hosting for another show, and so that's been a great journey. We just covered the Dove Awards, and so that's been great. Writing for some magazines, most recently Trend to Trend magazine I'm writing for. So, you know, it's so wonderful to see that God is not keeping me in a box, and that I can build my career, my brand, you know, me as a person, you know, as a Christian, that God can use me in any of those areas, you know, to be able to inspire people. So I'm doing a lot of things, and whatever God says, you know, there's no limit. I'm doing it.
Well, what you're saying brought back to my original question that I had a moment ago when you said, who are you? As you were saying, your words and the words beget the inspiration. may be different in style. Nobody will be able to do it like you. We will all have gifts. The Bible says after our own kind, but nobody will be able to do it like you. So do you. Amen?
Amen.
All right. What is your favorite song?
On my project or period?
On your project, excuse me.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, I can just tell you the one that comes to mind is a song called Wishing You Were Here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's track number 9 on my project. It was also a song that was selected to be a part of the music compilation for a movie called Saving God, starring Ving Rhames. Just something about that song, even though it's supposed to be like a sad song because it's about, losing someone, the music is just so soothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard the track, the first thing I said was, this song belongs on a movie. I said that. I was like, this belongs on a movie. And I got the hook right away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that I really gravitate towards, although all of them, when I think that I'm tired of them,
Mm-hmm.
and when I put the music on, I put my CD on, I'm like, no, wow, this is a great project, and I love every single song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Well, we want to thank you for all that you do, Angelia. And where can your music, be purchased?
It can be purchased on my website, which is www. I just always have to say that, because some people don't know, you got to say it. Angelia, Angelia Robinson, and that's Robinson. So again, my website is angeliarobinson.com. You can also find me on iTunes, Amazon, Shockhound, any other digital outlet you can find my music on. So.
Say something encouraging to the people. Angela, you've been talking encouraging.
Oh my
all along.
goodness. I encourage you guys to just love on somebody. It is so rewarding, and it's just so underestimated because of all of the, worries and troubles that we all have in our lives. But I'm telling you, if you just take some time and dedicate to genuinely doing something for someone, giving to someone, and loving on someone, something that connects to your heart and not just because you see somebody else doing it, is the best thing and best feeling that you will ever have. Love on someone.
Okay. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
We appreciate having you on the Christian Zone. This is Shirley Thomas on the Christian Zone. Thank you.